What is up, guys? It's your boy TC back with another video. So we're talking contract news today in this particular video, and the player that we'll be discussing in regards to their new proposed contract will be Matteo Guendouzi. So of course we know Guendouzi joined from Lorient, which was a championship or league. I'm not too sure what the French version would be, but the equivalent to the championship in the UK. And he joined from a team called Lorient. He had been on PSG's books, of course, as a youngster, but he did not cut it at PSG, so he ended up finding himself at Lorient, which is obviously the team I do believe we got Koscielny from. So they've done us a favour over the years, given us two good players. But the news that have emerged in the last 48 hours or so will be in regards to Matteo Guendouzi. So as mentioned, that the club have proposed to actually offer him a new contract. Of course, his performances at times during this season gone have been absolutely fantastic in my opinion. He has been a revelation, and obviously Unai Emery turns out to favour this particular young player. So of course he obviously is aware of him in regards to the player. Of course, in his past at PSG, Unai Emery would have been aware of Guendouzi and what he is potentially capable of. And in the past season, as mentioned, the boss has really shown a lot of faith in Matteo Guendouzi. Some games really when you wouldn't have expected him to be starting, he would have actually been starting. So extreme faith shown by the boss in the last season or so. So let's just read an article that's come out in the last 48 hours. As mentioned, it says really Arsenal are ready to reward Matteo Guendouzi's impressive first season at the Emirates with a bumper new contract of £75,000 a week. So that is a lot of money. So we're going to discuss the fact that is he actually deserving of a new contract. So let's just read on this particular article. The article goes on to say the young French midfielder has been one of the standout stars in Unai Emery's team, but is one of the lowest paid players in the squad. So now the club will want to recognise his significant contribution by almost doubling his current wages. Guendouzi, 20, was a virtual unknown when he was signed from the French second division club Lorient for £8 million in the summer. He was expected to spend his first year in England in a supporting role as a backup squad player, and even Emery did not envisage the raw youngster developing in such an important player so quickly. As mentioned at the start of the video, Guendouzi ended up being a pivotal player for Unai Emery in the last season, and obviously we've already spoke about, or I've mentioned really, Unai Emery did not see the raw youngster developing into such an important player quickly. But the 3-1 win at Burnley was Guendouzi's 47th appearance of the season, an achievement bettered only by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Lacazette and Lucas Torreira. He's not missed a single game through injury, only one through suspension, and has been a key player in Arsenal's run to this month's Europa League final against Chelsea. He still has 3 years remaining on his current contract, which is worth about £40,000 a week, but Arsenal are set to extend the deal to 2023 and pay him a basic of £75,000 per week, and the opportunity to earn more in performance-related bonuses. So that's a hefty new contract that they're obviously willing to let him sign at the age of 20. We have moaned in the past when the club really hasn't been tying down talent, but this time I do believe they're trying to do obviously the right thing to get him to sign a new deal, whilst there still is a lot of time left on his current deal. Of course, Guendouzi has been valued at about £70 million, which is a huge difference really from the point that he joined the club. A list of the most highly rated or most highly valued youngsters in Europe came out recently, and he found himself second on that particular list. So not a bad player that we've picked in. This article goes on to say that would leave him on a significantly less money than the likes of Mesut Ozil, Henry Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang. Arsenal's money men are under strict instructions to get a grip on the club's spiralling annual wage bill, which has now reached close to £240 million. That's a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen. But the departures of Aaron Ramsey, Peter Cech and Danny Welbeck will knock around £15 million a year off that figure and give the club some leeway to reward Guendouzi for his impressive efforts. So does he deserve a new contract? Not after one season in my opinion, but there's also the other side of the coin really when we moan and not let our players sign early. So I do understand where the club is actually coming from in regards to approaching this particular situation, but it's an extremely difficult one. Personally, I would not give him a contract pretty much after one season. He should have gone out and proved himself yet again for one more season, in my own personal opinion, and then he should have been rewarded with a new contract. But of course, this is football. They're doing things differently now at Arsenal, and as mentioned, there are those three key players that are leaving who are on extremely high wages. That will be Ramsey, Cech, as well as Welbeck. So with those three, it frees up a little bit. I would have either made him wait up until the end of next season, or I would have waited until we've completed our business in the summer. Of course, the wages taken away from Guendouzi, not a lot really in the grand scheme of things, but they could have potentially gone towards another player, or player that we are looking to sign in the summer. But of course, that's my own personal opinion. But as usual, guys, please do let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, please do make sure that you do hit that subscribe button. So once again, guys, it's your boy TC from I'm Gonna Talk TV, and I'm out.